Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at the definition of a log. And the log basically is going to be the inverse of an exponential function. And so, how do we decipher this? That is that how do we change things back and forth between logarithmic notation to exponential notation? And the way that I always visualize this is that the log base b of x equals y means is that b raised to the y power is going to equal x. So that means is that the b raised to the y power equals x. Now, it seems kind of, again, kind of like why would we need to rewrite that and whatnot. And it helps us when we are going to go ahead and try and calculate things that happen to be of this style. So for example, if I wanted to go ahead and say log base 2 of 16, what does that go ahead and equal? So I can use the definition of the log to rewrite this so we can calculate this a lot easier. So I can say, from using the definition that we went ahead and did right here, oops, I didn't mean to do that, we can go ahead and say that 2 raised some power equals 16. So we can either use armchair mathematics at this point and say, of course, 2 to the 4th power is 16, or we can go ahead and make them into the same bases, and we know that since they have the same bases here, that the exponents must be equal. So this question mark equals 4. So we know that this guy is going to go ahead and, well, equal 4. And likewise, if we run into something that is a little bit more peculiar, say for example, and trying to keep the numbers really low here because logs like exponentials can get kind of crazy, is that if I were to say the log base 3 of 1/27, okay, it may look like, oh no, what am I going to go ahead and do here? This is a tough one because it has a fraction. But if we just rewrite this, and in this type, I'm going to, instead of using question mark, I'm just going to go ahead and use a dummy variable, x, and just say, okay, well, let's rewrite this in a form that I know better. 3 to the x power equals 1/27. And then I was just like, well, how am I going to get 3 to the x looking like 1/27? Well, I know that 1/27 can be rewritten as 1 over 3 to the 3rd power. And using the definition of negative exponents, I can go ahead and send the 3 to the 3rd power up top by just making the exponent negative. So this, we're rewriting as this. And now we can see that we have like bases, and when we have like bases, we know that the exponents can be set equal to one another. And so we end up with x equals a -3, and so we know that log base 3 of 1/27 equals x to the -3. So anyhow, that is the definition of log. That's how you use it to go ahead and calculate things. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and discover some other properties of logs using the definitions. So that's how you do that, and thanks for watching.